Coach Hurtado, thank you for joining us. I know it's late at night. I know you've been on the phone waiting for the call and the information. And let me just confirm, since the news just came down, the news was released by Sports Information Specialist Brian Silva that you guys will be traveling, I believe, this Saturday. You guys are seated number 10. You guys will be traveling to compete against Oxnard. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. To start off, thank you for having me. But yes, we travel this Saturday. We play at 2:00 at Oxnard. Will be our game.
Yeah. Oxnard is the 7th seed, and COD is going to be seeded number 10, I believe.
Correct. We're the number 10 seed, the 7th.
Got it, Coach. I know that your time is valuable, and we both have young kids. So for all our viewers out there, we might have some kids screaming in the background. So we apologize in advance.
Yeah, both ways.
Exactly. Hey, again, congratulations on an amazing year, right?
Thank you.
2021 IEAC men's soccer champions. Before we talk about you and the coaching, can you give me a little recap about the year 2021? I know this is your first year as the man at the helm, as the head coach. Prior to that, you were an assistant, I believe, for 3 seasons. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
So tell me about this year. What made it successful, and the experience about having COVID, not knowing when we were going to play. When we do play, do we continue playing? Will there be stoppage? Tell me a little bit about that this year.
No, definitely. That's honestly the perfect way to start. We did not know what the year would hold, right? We didn't know, like you said, if we were going to have a season, if we were not going to have a season. In our case, at College of the Desert, we were not going to have a season, and teams were already, scheduling games, getting ready for a season, and we get a message that we are having a season.
Yeah.
So then I started, emailing. I probably sent an email to every coach in Southern California. Sorry, guys, but trying to get a schedule going, trying to get all the games in.
Yeah.
So it's been definitely a unique season, just with all the uncertainties of what was going to happen or what we can do. I think what made the season successful was the guys early on. Our message was to not worry about what we can't control.
Sure.
Right. Take on the day-to-day, try to stay healthy, do the best that we can. Whatever the best we had for the day. So I told the guys, whatever your best is for today, regardless of what's going on outside, family members with COVID or just anything going on.
Sure.
It's hard to say, but just give me your best. Even if it's a 60% for that day, I will take it. And I think our guys really bought into that, and we started taking on the day-to-day, running off, and results started coming our way. And yeah, we just stuck by it. We never wanted to celebrate early because we had a little streak of winning. We just let's not let up. Let's still focus on the day-to-day. So definitely a unique season. Made us closer with some players going through things and being there for one another. So it's honestly definitely a big blessing to be together.
Absolutely. And that's the I guess sort of the key word, right? There was a lot of unknowns, and you see what the successful programs, what they did this year in order to have the title at the end of the year, and not only just what you guys do on the field, but even more important at that time, as you mentioned, we didn't know what was going on. Everything was so fluid. You had, I believe it was called Spring One. Then you said you had a different season that might be coming in. Then you had a pause. And so there was a lot of things that were changing literally by the minute. And as you mentioned, the communication with all your players is definitely a key thing. What would you say, if I can just ask you this, besides obviously not knowing the dates and all, what would you say was probably the biggest challenge for you, both personally and for the program?
Personally, I think it doesn't get talked a lot, but I'm blessed to have a great support system at home. Managing just my wife, taking care of the kids. If I didn't have that support system at home with everything going on, just like the players, it would be hard. As a personal level, just knowing that everything at home is taken care of for me, that I can focus what I need to do with my guys, be there for them both personally and as a coach. I think that was the biggest challenge. Just you still get a little scared, right? Like you want to be there for the kids, you focus, and everything's going on that you went back to a little bit of the unknown. But I think as a personal level, I think just knowing that I have this perfect support system behind me and just going with it, just focusing on the guys. As a program, we had a lot of I wouldn't say distractions, but there was a lot of things going on. That's what I say was unique. We had our second game. We had like a storm, right? It was a game Golden West. It
Right.
was nice and sunny, and then out of nowhere, super windy. Like it was. So that's how it started all off.
Yeah.
From
As
that,
if it weren't enough what was going on in the world at that time, right?
Yeah, it just seemed like we would say like we can't get any worse, right? So you go with the wind, and then you have like bus problems. Of course, College of the Desert gets really hot, a lot of heat delays. So the guys, like, we kind of were like, you know what? What's our motto, right? We can't control it. It does not affect us. But it did start off as a program becoming really like challenging to overcome. So I think that was like our biggest challenge as a program, just letting it go. Whatever's happening on the outside. Great example, this Saturday, normally we'll travel on a bus. There was no buses here in the Coachella Valley, so we got a message that we have to get vans, right? So it's something so simple, but it's distracting. Like, it takes you away from the focus on what you're trying to do. So just all the little things that you can't control. As for the guys, that was like the biggest challenge.
Sure. Well, again, we're joined here by Coach Hurtado, head coach for College of the Desert, going 12-5-3 overall in 2021 and having a 6-2 conference record. Wanted to announce as well, and this is sort of breaking news, but I wanted to congratulate you on being named the 2021 IEAC Men's Coach Soccer of the Year. A very well earned title for you.
Thank you.
I know you don't like to talk about yourself. This award, tell me what it means to you and what does it mean for the program?
Man, for myself, it means that, it honestly means a lot, like resiliency and just looking straight, just keep working. That's always been, since I was a kid, my mom always just told me, you know what, regardless of everything that's going on, just put your head down and work, focus on what you can. You know, good things happen to good people. That's always the same thing that she told me. She always told me that regardless of everything going on, do the right thing and things will follow. And that's why I tell the guys when things were going down, just let's do the right thing. We'll get rewarded, good karma, right? We'll get rewarded some way. So my hard work, you know, I have a job as well, aside from coaching, 2 kids, right? I'm a student at College of the Desert as well, full-time student.
Amazing.
So somebody would say that it's pretty hectic, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm doing everything right. I have a great support system at home. I'm gonna focus on everything, and then to get this award, I don't take it just as Coach of the Year. I would take as coaching staff, right? Like, my staff also was amazing. Great. They were all, my goalkeeper coach is amazing, super experienced. Have an alumni as my head assistant coach, who's very raw, like, and the guys love him for it. Like, he'll tell the guys how he feels, and the guys know that. And Dante Delgado, right? So we had a great balance. But yeah, just knowing that we did the right thing from the beginning to the end, and we're able to get the conference championship and Coach of the Year, honestly, it meant a lot.
Sure.
And as far as the program now, just the schools in general, it's a great culture, you know. Starting from the top with our athletic director, Gary, all the way down to the secretaries, equipment manager, Witsy, our trainers, and the sports information, you know, Brian, our trainers, Val, Todd, and Brenda. Everybody involved is part of it. And that's what you see our team picture. I was able to get our trainers in the picture.
Yeah.
Just because honestly, at College of the Desert, we try to be a family. So if I'm trying to preach that to my kids, it makes it easier to know that everywhere I go on campus, with whoever I see, treats me that way. So as a program, to be able to get that back, it just means, once again, that everything comes back full circle, and, you know, it's amazing. It was just honestly very rewarding.
Absolutely. I work with Gary, Todd, and Brian quite a bit over there, and then those are definitely the best of the best, right? They're
amazing.
We look up to those guys, and you know, that I can't speak enough about those 3 guys. They're absolutely amazing. Coach, last question. I know your like I said, your time is valuable.
No worries, man.
Kids, I hear my kids over there. You know, for those that are watching us, your student athletes, and also the supporters and the parents, what's your message to them? You know, like I said, I recently just saw Brian's release. COD Men's Soccer will be traveling to Oxnard this Saturday for the SoCal quarterfinals. Has the time been set yet?
At 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Okay, it's at 2 o'clock. To those that are watching right now, what do you want to tell your athletes and your supporters moving forward up to this upcoming game, right? And you know, obviously we all want to do well and moving to the next level. What would be your message?
Just start off just by thanking them for being with us this far. especially to our fans out there. I know we weren't able to have fans in the beginning. So they parked like, honestly, like next to our parking lot, just a street with like some parking spots. They would fill that up to be able to watch our game in their cars, and just so we felt the support from our fans from the beginning, and it's a big part of us because we play and we go by, like our bench is super loud, so we go by that adrenaline, and then we go as far as they go, and then having the fans being able to yell at us from afar. So just thank you for being there for us at the beginning. I wouldn't surprise me if we get a good group out there in Oxnard, even though it's a couple hours away. They're just amazing. For my players, I would like to tell them that I love them. They've done everything and more than we asked for them, to never change, right? Whenever something goes hard, it goes not going their way, just to go back to what we taught this year. Don't let anything you can't control affect you, not just in soccer, but in life in general. And do the right thing, and it will come back full circle.
Well, I think on that note, that's a perfect way to close our interview today. Coach Hurtado, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Good luck this weekend. Please let me know how things go, and we'll be looking forward to a win.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much. We hope so. Good luck to Norco. That plays also. Norco has a game also, so good luck to them against the Cerritos. So hopefully, good luck out there. But Drew, good luck.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. You have a great night.
Thanks, Coach. Have a good one.
Thank you.